Hey gang, today's mini lesson is on adding whole numbers using expanded form. So go ahead and pause, write down your title, and when you're ready to go on, you will. Alright, so before we add using expanded form, let me give you a quick reminder of what standard form is before I tell you why it's such a great strategy for adding numbers. So expanded form is another way to write a number. And what we do is we take each digit in the number. This number has 5 digits in it. And we write it out as a sum of the value of each digit. So remember, a sum means we're going to be adding things. Sum. And a digit has a value, right? This 1 is not a 1. Since it's in the 10,000s place, it has a value of 10,000. This 3 is not a 3 because it's in the thousands place. It's a digit of 3, but since it's in the thousands place, it has a value of 3,000. This 5, this digit of 5 has a value of 500. This digit of 7 has a value of 70. And this digit of 6 has a value of 6. And this is the expanded form of this number in standard form. It just shows the value of each digit. So let's talk about why that's a handy strategy for adding numbers sometimes. Let's take this situation. Miss Griffith has 13,576. That was our number from before. 13,576 books in the Media Center. This year, she will buy 1,088 more books. How many books will there be in the Media Center after she buys those new books? So before I even answer that, I am going to make an estimate so that when I see my answer, I know if I'm like anywhere close. So I'm going to look at this and say 13,000. I'm going to pick a logical place to round that to. I think I'm going to round it to the thousands. And let's see, that 5 tells me I need to round my thousands up. I'm going to say that's around 14,000 books. And this number, I think I'll also round to the 1,000. That 0 tells me to round that down, keep it a 1. So that's around 1,000 books. And so I'm looking for about 15,000 books, somewhere close to that. It's not going to be my exact answer, but if I'm way far from that, after I solve it, I'll know I have a kind of a bad answer. So here's how I'm going to solve this with expanded form. I wrote this in expanded form back on the last page, right? I'm going to take each digit and write it out according to its value. 10,000 plus 3,000 plus 500 plus 70 plus 6. And then I'm going to take my 1,088 and I'm going to do the same. I'm going to put it in expanded form. And I'm going to put each place with the same place on the other one. So, for instance, this 1, this is in the thousands place. So I'm going to line that up with the thousands place of this number. That's in the thousands place, that's in the thousands place. I don't have any hundreds, so I'll kind of zero the hundreds. I've got 80 tens, and I've got 8 ones. And so now I'm just going to add all of these places together in reverse from ones back to 10,000s. So here I go. So 8 and 6 is going to give me 14 ones. But I'm going to, since this is the ones place, I can only have 1. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to leave those 4 ones. But I'm going to take this 10, this is a 10, and I'm going to put that 10 over in the tens place. I'm just going to kind of add another 10 there, called carry the 10. And I'm not going to leave my 10 there. So there's my 10 and my 4 for 14. And then I'm going to go back here, so I've got 70 and 80 is 150, plus 10 is 160. But I've got 106 tens. I can only have tens in the tens place. So what I'm going to have to take that 100. 100 can't fit in the tens place. So the 100 is going to have to go over to the hundreds place, which is no problem. So I'm going to leave the 60, the 6 tens, the 60, and I'm going to take the 100 that came with them over to the 100th place because that's really where it more naturally belongs. 100 and 500 is 600. There's nothing to carry because that's all hundreds. My plus sign here. 3,000s and 1,000 make 4,000s. Nothing to carry because that's all thousands. That works fine. And 10,000s, I don't have anything to add, so I'm really adding like no 10,000s to them, which is 10,000. And now I can just change this number in expanded form back to standard form. 14,664. So after she buys these books, she'll have 14,664 books. Check my estimate. Is that reasonably close to my estimate? I think it is, so I'm going to trust that that's okay. All right, let's do one together. I counted, and there are 127,882 sheets of paper inside of Artie Head at the time of the recording of this video. Okay, this afternoon an order of 12,600 more sheets will arrive. How many sheets will there be after those arrive? Alright, so I'm going to add, before I do, let's get kind of an okay estimate. A lot of times when I estimate, I'm going to go out to my first or my second place value here. Since this goes to 10,000s, and this goes to 100,000s, I may pick both numbers maybe to the 10,000s for my estimate. So this, I'm going to look over to my 7. It tells me to round my 2 up to a 3. So that's going to be 130,000, around. My 2, I look over at my 6, tells me to, oh, I'm sorry, I said I was going to round that to the 10,000. Erase. Look at my 1, my 10,000th place. Look over to my 2, tells me to keep my 1 as a 1, round it down to a 1. So that's going to be 10,000. And 130,000 plus 10,000 is about 140,000. So I'm looking for an answer around 140,000. I like to estimate first so I know if I've made like a huge mistake. All right, here we go. So to add these together with the expanded form strategy, I'm going to write each in expanded form. So I'll start with my first one. 100,000 plus 2 10,000 plus 7,000 plus 8 hundreds plus 8 tens plus 2 ones. Add to that. Now I've got to line up all my places. I start in the 10,000s here, not in the 100,000s. This doesn't have any 100,000s. So I've got a 10,000. I've got 2,000s. I've got 600s, and that's it. I don't have any of these. I don't have any of these, and I don't have any of these. So I'll just put zeros there so I don't mess up. All right, let's add them together. I start from my 1's place and work back to my 100,000's place. 2 1's plus no 1's is 2 1's. 8 10's and no 10's is still 8 10's. Here I'm going to have to do some regrouping. 800s and 600s is 1400s, but I can only have hundreds in the hundreds place. So I'm just going to keep my hundreds. This is in the thousands place, so I'm going to carry that over, and that's just going to give me another 1,000. I'm just going to put it in its right position. That's going to cause me to have to regroup again, because 7,000 and 2,000 is 9,000, plus my extra 1,000 is 10,000. Now this is a weird one, because remember, I can only go to my thousands place in my thousands spot, and my thousands number is going to be 0. I'm not going to have any thousands because I've got to take this 10,000 and put it over with the 10,000s, which is weird. All of my thousands are going to go to the 10,000 spot, so I'm actually going to be left. Oh, I forgot to scratch this out. I I carried that, or regrouped it. So I'm actually just going to have no thousands in my answer because they're all going to go to the 10,000. I'm going to have 4 10,000, and I'm going to have 1 100,000. And all I've got to do now is convert that back to standard form to get my answer. 140,482. And look, my estimate was awesome. Very close, so I know I must have done a great job because my estimate is very, very reasonable. That, my friends, is the expanded form strategy for adding whole numbers. We will finish this up tomorrow.